My name is Sage, and I want you to imagine two men, same city, same neighborhood, same apartment building. One of them pulls in $110,000 a year. The other makes $58,000. Now, before I tell you which one has money in the bank, I want you to step inside both apartments with me. The first apartment belongs to the man earning $110,000. Walk through the front door, and the first thing you notice is the 85-inch television mounted on the wall. Premium sound system on both sides. Look to your left, a kitchen full of the latest appliances. The espresso machine still has a plastic wrap on it. The closet? Packed. Shoes lined up like a sneaker store, clothes with tags still attached. The garage? A lease on a $65,000 SUV that's 2 years old, already being eyed for an upgrade. This man looks successful. He looks like money. But here's what you don't see. His savings account has $800 in it. He hasn't opened his 401k statement in 4 months because it makes his chest tight. He is 34 days away from financial crisis at any given moment, and he knows it. He just doesn't talk about it. Now step into the second apartment, the man earning $58,000. You notice something immediately. Space. A clean, modest couch. A reasonably sized television. A kitchen with exactly what gets used regularly. No clutter, no excess, nothing performing for an audience that isn't there. This man drives a 2019 Honda Accord he owns outright. His savings account has 14 months of living expenses sitting in a high-yield account growing quietly every single day. He invests 18% of every paycheck automatically before he ever sees it. He sleeps well, not because life is perfect, but because money is not the thing keeping him up at night. Same building, same neighborhood. The man earning almost half as much has 10 times the financial security. So what is actually going on here? This isn't a story about income. This is a story about a trap that catches high earners more than almost anyone else. And most of them never even see it coming. Today on Financial Methods, my name is Sage, and we're breaking down exactly why high earners are always broke, and more importantly, how to make sure you are never one of them. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or you've been earning good money for years and wondering where it all goes, this one is for you. And if this is already hitting close to home, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Because at Financial Methods, this is exactly what we do every single week. Break down the money conversations that nobody else is having. Let's get into it. Here's the first thing nobody tells you about a high income. A bigger paycheck doesn't build wealth. A bigger gap between what you earn and what you spend builds wealth. That's it. That's the whole secret. But somewhere along the way, and this happens to almost everyone who gets their first real raise, something shifts. The paycheck goes up, and almost immediately, without even thinking about it, the lifestyle goes up with it. New apartment, better car, nicer restaurants, upgraded phone, better vacations. And none of those individual decisions feel irresponsible in the moment because you earned it, right? You worked hard, you got the promotion, you deserve to enjoy it. And that thinking, right there, is exactly where the trap is set. Economists call it lifestyle inflation, but I call it the silent wealth killer. Because unlike a bad investment or a financial emergency, you never feel it happening. It doesn't arrive as a crisis. It arrives as a slightly nicer version of your life, every single year, until one day you look up and realize that despite earning more than you ever imagined, you have almost nothing to show for it. The man in that first apartment didn't make a dramatic financial mistake. He just said yes, quietly and consistently, to every upgrade his income made possible. And now every dollar he earns has somewhere to go before it even lands. Let me give you a number that will stick with you. The average American gets 7 meaningful income increases during their working life. 7 opportunities to build real, lasting wealth. And research shows that within 90 days of each raise, spending rises to meet it in 8 out of 10 cases. 8 out of 10. That means most people convert every financial opportunity they receive directly into a more expensive lifestyle and call it success. Meanwhile, their net worth, the number that actually measures financial health, barely moves. Let's talk about the things high earners buy that look like success, but are quietly draining everything they have. Starting with the one that gets more people than almost anything else, the car. Now I want to be clear. There is nothing wrong with a nice car, but there is something deeply expensive about the way most high earners approach cars. The average high-earning professional between 30 and 45 spends between $800 and $1,200 per month on a vehicle. That's the payment, the insurance, the maintenance, the fuel, $1,200 a month. Over 10 years, that's $144,000. Do you know what $144,000 invested in a basic index fund over 10 years becomes? Roughly $280,000 to $320,000. That's not a car. That's a retirement account. That's a down payment on a rental property generating passive income. That's financial options, the most valuable thing money can actually buy. But instead, it's parked in the driveway, losing value at roughly 15 to 20% in the first year alone. And it's not just the car. It's the house that's slightly larger than needed, with the mortgage that requires both incomes to survive. It's the private school tuition, chosen for status as much as education. It's the annual vacations put on credit cards and paid off slowly over the following year. It's the gym membership, the streaming subscriptions, the meal delivery services, the wine club, each one individually harmless, collectively consuming hundreds of dollars every single month on autopilot. High earners don't have one big expensive problem. They have 47 small expensive habits that nobody ever sits down and adds up. Let me show you how fast it adds up. $180 a month in subscriptions you barely use. $400 a month eating out beyond what you planned. $250 a month in impulse purchases. Clothes, gadgets, home items. $300 a month in upgraded services you don't need but feel entitled to. That's $1,130 a month. $13,560 a year over 20 years, invested instead of spent. That's over $400,000. Gone. Not to one bad decision, to 1,000 small ones that never felt like decisions at all. Here's something that high earners almost never admit. A significant portion of their spending has nothing to do with what they actually want. It has everything to do with what the people around them have. When you get promoted into a higher earning role, you get promoted into a higher earning social circle too. And that social circle has different baseline expectations. The colleagues driving luxury cars, the friends buying second homes, the neighbors renovating kitchens that were already perfectly functional. And without even realizing it, you start measuring your own success against their visible consumption. Social comparison is not a weakness, It's literally human biology. Researchers at the University of California found that social comparison triggers the same neurological responses as physical threat. Your brain genuinely experiences falling behind your peers as danger, which means keeping up isn't vanity. For your brain, it feels like survival. But here's what your brain doesn't know. The colleague with the luxury car is leasing it. The friend with the second home has a second mortgage that keeps them awake at night. The neighbor with the renovated kitchen put it on a home equity line they're quietly struggling to service. The highlight reel of other people's financial lives is almost never the full picture, and you are quietly destroying your own financial future, trying to match an illusion. If you're finding this valuable, smash that like button right now. It helps more people find financial methods, and these are the conversations more people need to hear. Here's what nobody tells you about genuinely wealthy people. They are almost impossible to identify in public. Study after study on actual millionaires, not celebrities, not athletes, but quietly wealthy professionals and business owners, consistently reveals the same profile. Modest home in a good neighborhood, not the best neighborhood. Reliable, practical vehicle, owned, not leased. Vacations taken, but planned and budgeted for deliberately. Clothes that look good, but aren't status symbols. The genuinely wealthy are not performing success for an audience. They don't need to, because their bank account already tells them the story they need to hear. And this is the shift that changes everything. Most people spend money to feel wealthy. Genuinely wealthy people invest money to become free. There's a word for what they're actually building, and it's the most underrated word in personal finance: optionality. Optionality means choices. Can you leave a job that is destroying your mental health without financial panic? Can you handle a family emergency without going into debt? Can you retire 5 years earlier than planned because you built enough margin to do it? Can you say no to opportunities that pay well but compromise everything you value? That is real wealth, not the car in the driveway, not the square footage of the house, not the label on the clothes. The ability to make decisions based on what you want, not what you can afford. The man earning $110,000 in that first apartment has almost no optionality. He needs every single paycheck. On time, every time, one layoff, one medical emergency, one unexpected expense, and everything unravels. The man earning $58,000 in that second apartment has extraordinary optionality. He could absorb 6 months of disruption without panic. He could take a calculated career risk because he has the margin to survive the transition. He could retire earlier because he never inflated his lifestyle to match every raise. Same city, same neighborhood, completely different levels of freedom. All right, this is the part that actually matters, because understanding the problem is only half the work. Here is exactly what you can do, starting today, regardless of what you currently earn. Step 1, calculate your real hourly rate. Take your annual salary, subtract taxes, commuting costs, work clothes, meals out during work, everything your job actually costs you. Now divide that number by the real hours your job demands, including the mental energy you carry home. Most people discover their real hourly rate is significantly lower than they thought. Now, every time you consider a purchase, ask yourself how many real hours of your life it costs. That $1,200 car payment at a real hourly rate of $28 costs you 43 hours of your actual life every single month. Is it worth 43 hours? Sometimes yes. Often no. Step 2. Define what enough looks like right now. Before your lifestyle expands another dollar, sit down and define your enough. What home is sufficient for your genuine needs? What car actually gets you where you need to go? What wardrobe do you actually wear? What subscriptions do you actually use? Write it down, because without a definition of enough, every raise disappears into a lifestyle upgrade that becomes your new normal, and the cycle never breaks. Step 3. Automate the gap. The moment your income exceeds your defined enough, automate the difference. Direct it to investments before you ever see it, not what's left over at the end of the month. The first dollar, before lifestyle gets a vote. This one structural change, more than any budgeting system or financial advice, is what separates people who build wealth from people who wonder where it went. Here's what I want you to take away from financial methods today. Your income is not your problem. Your relationship with your income is the whole conversation. The man earning $58,000 with 14 months of savings didn't get there through deprivation. He got there through clarity. Clarity about what actually matters. Clarity about what enough looks like. Clarity about the difference between looking wealthy and actually building it. That clarity is available to every single one of you right now, regardless of what your paycheck says. Now, before you go, if this video gave you something real today, something you're going to actually think about, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second. And it helps Financial Methods reach more people who need these conversations. And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We are just getting started at Financial Methods. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Next week, we are getting into something that hits even closer to home. The 5 money habits keeping the middle class stuck, and exactly how to break every single one of them. You don't want to miss it. Until then, I'm holding it down at Financial Methods. Stay focused, stay intentional, and remember, the goal was never to look rich. The goal is to be free.